Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Tim Stenevec along with Carol Masser. Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. Bloomberg News equities reporter Bailey Lipschultz is in here with us. Bailey, what do you have your eyes on?
We start with StubHub, the newest entrant to the U.S. equity capital markets.
It's an IPO, so obviously it shot higher, right?
No.
Nor
did it price well.
Can I just say it was on my gainers list, and then I had to get it off because it was on Tim's now then decliners list.
Well, it did open up almost 8%, trading under the ticker STUB, STUB, before ultimately closing down about just under 6.5%. The ticket reselling platform, as we mentioned, raising $800 million in its IPO. That deal priced at the midpoint of a range, which stands out because we've been seeing a lot of tech IPOs pricing above the range and upsizing and having these big pops was not the case with the ticketing platform. Going to be an interesting one to watch, but not really strong.
I'm only asking this because you cover IPOs, you cover the space closely. Is this specific to StubHub? Because we also had some issues with Gemini today falling below its IPO price.
Gemini broke its IPO price, closed down. I want to say 8%. Don't quote me on that. But
about
we did
13%.
see 13%, so even worse. But we did see WaterBridge, which is in the energy space. They also IPO today, closed up 14%, and that deal priced quite well.
So more of a StubHub story, do you think?
It seems that way.
Okay.
We get Netscope pricing anytime in the next 15 minutes to 3 hours. So that'll be in the cyberspace, which will be another data point. But it is certainly something we're talking about. Is there investor fatigue? Are we working our way down the list of Class A to Class B assets? But again, StubHub, from the start, at least talking to investors and bankers, was going to be a bit more difficult or interesting, if you will.
Okay, Workday, also on your radar.
Workday on the radar was one of the best days in quite some time so far this year. Best day since April, ticker WDAY, second best performer in the S&P 500. Kind of a range of news. So they had a strong investor day. They also had activist investor Elliott unveil a $2 billion plus investment and kind of applaud the company. Again, did not close at its peak, was up closer to 10%, but really a strong move for the HR software platform. And it does seem like, at least again, that vote of confidence from Elliott continuing to help kind of bolster their broader view.
They authorized a buyback too, right?
And up to an additional $4 billion buyback. So
you're right.
Again,
there's like a drop
bit of everything. If you were looking for a reason to buy a stock that, again, though I still think is down year to date. So maybe not one of the big gainers like a number of other companies, but trying to work its way
down about 9% year to date. Yeah, exactly. Let's get to Hologic.
So this is a company that Bloomberg reported is targeted potentially as a takeover target. So Bloomberg breaking right in the final minutes of the day that Blackstone and TPG are said to revive their interest in acquiring the medical device maker. So re-engaging with the company's board in recent weeks about a potential takeover. This is about a $15 billion market cap company. Did trade up about 7.5%. Almost 8%, 7.7%, ticker HOLX, was the best performer in the S&P 500, outperforming Workday by a smidge. But still, this is another company that on the year-to-date performance, healthcare has been out of favor, down about 5% still.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.